screen here? See all this? Is this visible to you guys?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay. If you look over here, this is your ascending sign, the first house. Now, the inner chart here, this is your birth chart. Okay? And so, when we look at it, we see remember that line I drew over here from this inner chart here, to the other side, to Saturn and Pluto, to Mars, over here? Remember I drew that line to you? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay, Mars is 24 over here, Aries, and Pluto and Saturn are 28 and 2 of Scorpio. Now, the reason I want you to see that is because I want you to look down here in the outer circle, and this is called the transit, and all I care about Saturn. Saturn is Father Time, it's the measure off of all things. And it's like a timekeeper in a chart. And it takes 28 years to make a full circuit around your chart. And 28 years, think about that. From the time you're born, I'll show you what I mean. From this birth moment here, when you were born, Saturn here, it took 28 years to return to that place again. And so, if it went around twice, you'd be 56 years old, but you're not. How old are you now, Matt?
37.
Okay, so it went around once when you were about 28. And that could have been a troublesome time around 27, 28, 30, right in that area. Could have been a real hard time for you. I didn't hear you.
I got sober
During that period?
after that time. Yeah, that period was rough, but I got sober after that.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay. The next thing is it took from the 28 to this day, your age now, to come down here. See it down here? 27 Capricorn here. Can you see that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you look where it's setting, it's at 27 Capricorn. That's exactly squaring Pluto at 28 Libra. 1 degree from exactness. Now, and your Mars is at 24 down here. So that's setting off that cross, is what I'm trying to explain to you. It's still got 2 months of influence to pass over this, this here, these planets here. This is almost 29, this is 2. These 2 planets, Pluto and Saturn, Pluto rules death, Saturn rules teeth, bone, skeletal problems. Okay? The bone structure of your body's always been a threat of destruction.
Yeah, I've broken a lot of bones.
Okay, this is why that aspect is so important for you to understand. And it took, if you're looking right now, Saturn's trying to crucify you again by that cross. In other words, if you drew the line, if you take this line here, Mars, or right here, Mars rather, and you oppose it to this one over here, 28, 24, these are called orbs of influence. They're opposing each other. It's opposing Saturn as well. And then you look down here at Transit Saturn, and it's trying to set a cross up for you, which I drew to you earlier, I showed you earlier. So what I want you to know is you're in danger. I don't like to give those kind of messages to people, but I'd rather warn you that there's a bridge out down the road if you're on that journey than to leave it alone and just say, well, he'll get by. So allow me to caution you, okay? This is not a game. This is very serious. And I want you to treat it like that. I don't know if you've exposed yourself yet to this coronavirus, but do not do it again if you did. Okay? Please tell me you will not do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone intentionally.
No, he doesn't, but like if he goes to the gas pump, I think to wash my hands where he doesn't, or he has to bring the dogs to the vet, he has to. So there's certain situations I think where, he would more than I.
Yeah. Well, that's one influence. And the other thing is, by the way, my wife is fanatic about, she takes a spray bottle of alcohol with her everywhere we go. And if I touch the gas pump buttons or anything, she sprays them before I even do it. And generally she won't even let me do it. She does it because she's so worried about me catching something, So, you know, you need to treat this like it's a war almost, you know what I mean? It's a silent killer, and it can live for, they're finding out now it can live for, I think it's 14 days on an object. That's a recent thing they've shown. So, you know, just be careful. You know, we wear masks. Did I send you a picture of us in masks?
No.
Okay, but my son works in this field. He's trying to work right now and develop vaccine for this. He's a biomedical engineer, and he's on top of this. He's working with the top people in the Center for Disease Control and others at 28 years old. He's an amazing genius. Anyway, enough of that. So you know, we're very much on top of this because.
Is there anything?
Go ahead.
Is there anything else besides the coronavirus that you should worry about?
Yes, accidents. Accidents. This is an accident aspect. It can be dangerous. You need to drive
How
very.
long is this?
Huh?
How long do I need to worry about these?
Oh God, you should have been worried about it already, but it's months of influence here.
Okay.
So I want you to really drive cautiously if you do drive anywhere. I want you to just be more aware. If you're doing something physical that could endanger you, think twice about it. Also, there's danger to your back. Your back has a propensity to have problems. Okay? Have you had any problems in that area?
Yeah, I broke my neck.
Does it still bother you?
Yes.
Because this is something that can be agitated by this aspect. It's in your chart. In other words, it's there. You can't escape the reality of it, okay? But you need to be more cautious about re-injuring anything. Okay? If you've already had pain and suffering, you can only aggravate it if you do something stupid, you know? And I don't mean stupid, I just mean you may do something that you think you can handle because you're the type of guy that won't ask for help when you need somebody to support you or do something. So I want you to be more careful, that's all. The other thing in your chart is and Deanne knows enough astrology. The other thing I'm concerned about is what you call your progressed moon. And your progressed moon's right here. It's at 3 Scorpio in this chart. So that 3 Scorpio is sitting right on top of your Saturn. Can you see that, Deanne?
Yeah.
Do you realize that the progressed moon from the day you're born is also a 28-year cycle? And what are the odds? Think about this a minute. What are the statistical odds that this would be sitting right on top of your Saturn for the last 3 months, and it's going to continue for some time? And what's the odds that it could reach that point in with a 28-year cycle, and it could be there right this moment? And in my book that I'll teach Deanna, if you study with me, you'll learn, it's called The Cosmic Key. There's 3 witnesses in a chart. And those 3 witnesses are, if they all conspire and say the same thing, then it's pretty likely something major is going to happen. Right now you have both those witnesses. You have Saturn down here at 27. This just passed over the 27 Libra, this point up here. That's your progressed moon. This is your transit Saturn. And the other thing I look at is the new moons. Now I'm going to show you.
What is that?
Go ahead. What? I'm just.
The last thing you look at is the outer moon, which is the new moon, and that would be the 3rd witness if it was in the...
Good for you. Good for you. Exactly. Because when I move to the next new moon or the last one, you're going to see all the outer parts here change. And the inner one, this one will change a little, but not much. But if I go back 1 month, let's go back to the last new moon. And Leanne, you're going to get this program when you pay for the course. Okay? Nobody's got it. It's a $500 course. It's not available. I helped develop it. So you look at this, see the little button here? Can you all see this?
Yeah, we see.
That's the new moon of the last one. This one over here is the next one. So I wanted to develop a program that could change everything instantly, month by month by month. So if I click back to the last new moon, watch this moon. Well, right now it's there at 23:20. This is the new moon right there. Well, I'm pointing to it. I should be doing this. This is the new moon. 23 Scorpio. Okay, 23 Scorpio. If you apply it to your inner chart, we see it's not sitting up on that cross. It would have to be a 23 Libra over here to be in that. So the last month was a little dangerous because that was sitting. I'll show you why. Watch this. I'm going to go back 1 month. I think I will. Okay, there. Okay, I went back 2 months. Okay, let's go back. There.
I don't really understand the charting aspect.
Okay, I shouldn't do this to you. Okay, I was doing.
If you let me know what it means, and then you can break it down for on Deanne's.
Okay.
I'm way behind her on understanding this
Okay,
stuff.
I'm gonna come back out of this, and we're gonna hang on a minute. I can do some of this with. Let me get you out of here.